welcome back to Heart Talk with your girl Carisha. Welcome back. I'm so happy to be here again another day, and today I'll be having a heart insight look into my book, No Ordinary Love. My journey from puppy love to extraordinary love. I'll be giving you guys some insight behind the reason why I wrote the book. I'm going to read the back of the book first for those who have not seen it. And before, in the other video, it says, whether you are married, engaged, single, and or looking for love, this book is designed to inspire you to believe in real love and in its ability to see you all the way through the good and bad times. As we experience God's unconditional love for us, we naturally extend that same love towards others and gain the understanding that love is not just a four-letter word, but the result of real and required work, dedication, and sacrifice. Oh yes. The pages of this book will inspire you to not only believe in love again, but to know with absolute certainty that with a little faith and hope, nothing is impossible with God. And I mean nothing. Philippians 4 verse 13. Read for yourselves how God's hands is at work in our lives, even when we don't understand, and how the latter parts of our stories are predestined to be even more beautiful than when they began. Your extraordinary love journey begins now. So yes, you can, so let me backtrack. So, I met my husband at age 11. He was then 12 in the beautiful island of Jamaica where we were born. And I had migrated to America, and it was my first trip back home. And my friend, she ran a joke that I liked him. I didn't know nothing about this guy. I saw him. And long story short, here we are, and we survived a 6-year long distance friendship because my big mouth, I told my mom the following year when we went again that I fell in love with a guy. Can you believe a 12-year-old telling their mom and that he's my husband? Believe it or not, those were the words. And she's like, no, ma'am. I don't know what you're thinking, Carisha. You're still a kid. And so I didn't end up seeing him until I was 18. And by that time, long story short, there's more details. We kind of, the distance drifted us apart. But lo and behold, God brought us back together. And we're happily married for 12 years now. And we have 2 beautiful children, our son age 10 and our daughter age 5. I wrote this book. I didn't really plan it, but my friends told me, 2 of my friends, they're like, congratulations, you did it. I said, did what? They said, you talk about writing a book when you're a teenager about you and your husband. I said, I did, because sometimes life happens and you deter from what your original plan or dreams were. And I went to a different path in the nursing field. So I had forgot about this dream of being an author, writing a book, but they told me I did, and I believed them. But it wasn't actually until I got sick in 2019 that someone prophesied to me and told me, and I'll share more with it in the author, how I became an author in that testimony. But that was the birth of this book. And I'm just going to read the first sentence of the first chapter. Growing up in Kingston, Jamaica, it says, we both grew up during the 90s in Kingston, Jamaica. We lived in tenement yards. Tenement yards are quite common on the island. A tenement yard is a room or house rented out by the owner, making us both byproducts of humble beginning. This may not afforded either of us a luxurious lifestyle, but we both certainly proud of where we come from. The great and famous Bob Marley also lived in a tenement yard once, and his reggae music is now heard worldwide. Okay, I wrote that because, I want children, people of all ages, races to know it's not where you come from, it's where you're going. And, you can dream big. Speaking about dream big, that's my favorite chapter I wrote about dream big. That was one of my proudest moments, proudest chapters, how, me and my husband struggled when we just got married with our son. We had a lot of financial struggles, and how we dream big to accomplish our dreams. And you'll have to read the book to find out what those dreams were. But one of the chapter I almost did not get into the book, and that was For Better or Worse. I wasn't sure if I should tell that details, about the struggles of my marriage. I wanted it to, the reader to know, everything went well and we lived happily ever after like Cinderella. But I felt the Lord was telling me, no, Carisha, people need to know that marriage is a struggle. It's real. You go through things, you go through crises, financial crises, health crises. It was a period in my life where I went through many years of health crises. It almost destroyed our marriage, but it didn't. And by God's grace, we're here today. And so this book is about my testimony. It's not just a love story, but if you love a good love story, a Caribbean romance, you can get this book. It's available at Barnes & Noble's, Amazon, Walmart, the publisher's website, www.divineworkspublishing.com. And I'm going to leave a verse of scripture, Philippians 4 verse 13. I and you can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you go and get your copy and share it. If you don't want to read it for yourself, you can buy it for a friend, buy it for a loved one. I'm sure they'll enjoy it. Buy it for a teenager who, might be interested to know about marriage and things like that. So bye.